Have you ever just felt completely overwhelmed by all the noise on social media? Well, today we're going to look at how one creator took that exact feeling, that burnout, and turned it into a major breakthrough. And she did it by teaming up with a really unexpected partner, AI. This is more than just a cool story. It's actually a playbook, a guide for how you can thrive in this crazy digital world. So this quote right here, it really just nails the whole turning point for the creator we're talking about, Renee. She was like, okay, I'm gonna go work by myself, get away from all the chaos. But what she found in that quiet space was, well, her most powerful partner wasn't another person at all. It was AI. And that single shift right there is the key to this entire story.
All right, so let's get into it. We're talking about Renee. She was one of the early stars on that social audio app, Clubhouse. But she hit a wall, took a long break. And now she's back, but with a totally new game plan. It's a strategy that completely flips the script. It's not about just scrolling and consuming anymore. It's about actively creating something meaningful and doing it in a way that doesn't burn you out.
Now, to really get why her new approach is such a game changer, we have to rewind a bit. Let's go back to where this all began. Remember the Clubhouse craze back in 2020 and 2021? I mean, it felt like it was full of incredible promise, right? But as Renee found out the hard way, it also came with some serious downsides.
So in those early days, Clubhouse was just magic. It was all about pure discovery. Renee even said it felt like opening up a college course catalog every single day, just endless possibilities. It was a place where she felt seen, she found her people, this global community of healers. And because it was just audio, it felt safe. But then, things changed. That promise, it turned into peril, and it happened fast. The platform's algorithm got tweaked and poof, suddenly her community, her friends, they were just lost in this ocean of too many voices. It's so ironic, right? The very thing that sparked your creativity was now the thing that was completely burning her out. And that right there, that's the big moment, the turning point. Faced with total creative burnout, Renee did what a lot of us would do. She just stepped away. She took a break, turned inward, and started playing around with a new tool. A tool that would end up changing everything for her. Her workflow, her mission, you guessed it, AI.
Okay, so the first thing she did was kind of brilliant. She decided to reframe the technology itself. Forget artificial intelligence. She started calling it algorithmic intelligence. See, for her, AI isn't some fake brain trying to think for you. No, it's more like a super powerful sorting machine. The human, that's you provide the big ideas, the direction, and the algorithm, it just does all the grunt work, the heavy lifting.
So out of this new partnership, she created this core method she calls gleaning. And it's actually a pretty simple but really powerful three-step process. Step 1, you just dump a ton of information in, transcripts, research notes, whatever you've got. Step 2, you tell the AI to process it all, to find the patterns and sort through the mess. And then step 3, the magic part. You glean the output. You get this coherent story, this clear summary, something that honestly would have taken a person weeks to pull together.
But you might be thinking, okay, that sounds cool, but does it actually work? Well, how about this number? 492. That's the number of pages of structured, ready-to-use content that Renee created in, get this, 1 week. And we're not talking about random filler text here. This was a whole website framework and a brand new IP license. I mean, the results kind of speak for themselves, don't they?
And here's where it gets really interesting. This whole AI-powered method, it's not just for making blog posts or websites. No, Renee took it way further. She started applying it to civic engagement, to making a real-world difference. She came up with a whole new way to make your voice heard, shifting the focus from just protesting to actually proposing solutions.
So Renee talks about how she really wanted to get involved, to help solve some of the big problems out there. But for her, traditional street protests just weren't the answer. Partly because of a health condition, but also because she felt like it just wasn't the most productive way for her to contribute. So she started looking for another way, a different way to make an impact.
And what she came up with is a super focused, repeatable process that pretty much anyone can use. Here's how it works. First, you pick one specific issue you really care about, just one. Then, you use AI to do some quick, focused research on it. After that, you get the AI to help you write a short, one-page letter. And the key here is that the goal isn't just to complain or protest, it's to arm your representative with a good, well-thought-out idea they can actually use. And look, this isn't just a nice theory on paper. She actually did it. She put it to the test with a project she called Libraries Lighthouse. She sent out letters to 6 different state agencies in Montana using this exact process. The result? She got 4 callbacks.
Now, if you have ever tried to get a response from a government agency, you know that getting 4 callbacks out of 6 is, well, it's basically unheard of. It's an incredible response rate.
So you can see all these different threads, right? Her comeback to creating content, her new partnership with AI, this whole new model for civic action. Well, now they're all coming together. They're converging into one single massive project.
And that project is called Remarkable You. It's basically a whole system designed to help other people use these same tools. It's got all these cool concepts baked in, like what she calls the gleaning era and something called a nourish license, which is a new take on intellectual property to protect creators in this age of AI. There's even a physical map and game board to help guide you on a journey of self-discovery. And the whole point, the core mission behind all of it, is simple but so powerful: to nourish the good.
So, at the end of the day, Renee's story, this journey from total burnout to becoming an AI-powered creator, it leaves us with a really big question for ourselves, doesn't it? I mean, we're all living in this age of information overload, just surrounded by constant noise. The question is, how can we use these new tools not to just add more chaos to the pile, but to actually cut through it all, to find what really matters and to share that with the world?